This is my collection of Jamaican rums and blends that have Jamaican. I really like Jamaican rum. Hi folks, it is time for another rum tasting. I got a couple of new rums that I'm pretty excited about, and I want to just follow up with you on my last rum tasting video, which, you know, I thought went pretty well. In that last video, I was talking about labeling of rums and how some rum has sugar added and you're not sure where it came from or where it was made, and how there was a new trend of actually stating on the bottle what's inside the rum, and I think that's great. There are some new rums. I don't know if they're how new they are, but they're new to me. These just came into state. I live in a state with state-run liquor, which means that the state is the only liquor distributor allowed in the state. This has some advantages and a couple of disadvantages. The advantages are that I can go online and look up a bottle and see if it's available in the state. If it is, the website will tell me what store I can go to and what the price is. Now, this is great because you won't have to worry about going to different stores wondering if they're gouging you on the price, if they've got a good price or a bad price. The price is the price in my state of Oregon. That's one of the advantages. The disadvantage, of course, is you can only get the bottles the state decides to import, basically. That's not a huge problem. This state of Oregon actually has a pretty great selection, to be honest with you. I live in Portland, and the city has a big selection. I mean, there's a lot of liquor stores here, and you know, a lot of the more rare, different, weird bottles are going to come here. If it's available in one store in the whole state, it's going to be in Portland, and I'll probably be able to get to that store. So anyway, that's all just to say that this new rum, new to me rum, came in, and it is from Worthy Park, and it's called Rum Bar. I guess rum bars are bars in Jamaica, just, you know, pubs in Jamaica, and they're called rum bars. So there's a Rum Bar Silver and a Rum Bar Gold. It's aged pot still Jamaican rum, and it says right on the bottle that it's made at Worthy Park, which is pretty cool. Worthy Park is one of the smaller of the 6 distilleries in Jamaica. There used to be hundreds of distilleries in Jamaica, and it's been, you know, pared down to 6 over the years. So that's the first one, Rum Bar. This is like a $27 bottle. You know, not too unreasonable for making a drink with, I think. Not the cheapest bottle of rum, obviously, but, you know, not bad for a single estate pot still Jamaican rum. I'll take it. The second bottle we're going to try is this Worthy Park Single Estate Reserve. This is basically the same thing, but older. This says 6 to 10 years aged. This rum bar does not say how old it is. Now the last thing is going to be this Hampden Estate. Hampden is another one of the smaller distilleries in Jamaica, and this came in the same package as the XXX from the last video. Amusingly, when I went and I found these at the store, this was on the shelf right next to it, so I did not need to send away to Europe to get this bottle. If I had just waited, I could have bought it at my local shop. Such is the travails of living in a controlled state. Anyway, we're gonna try this too for fun. All right, let's do it. Give this a shot. We're gonna try the Rum Bar first. Again, it's not a super expensive bottle, but not the cheapest bottle either. Doesn't have a lot going on the nose. Not a super high ester kind of situation. It's a little hot. It's got a nice caramel note, and it's not too sweet. It is bottled at, let's see here, bottled at 80 proof. I've been using this in cocktails a little, and it really is delicious. It's got kind of a caramel, you know, caramel molasses taste. Most rums are going to have a molasses taste. That's just what rum is like. but it's really smooth. Smooth is a terrible word. It just goes down easy. It's got such a, it's just really mellow for such a cheap bottle. I love it. Now I'm going to try the Worthy Park. This is 90 proof. It's, you know, the same distillery, and these are both aged in ex-bourbon barrels, which is typical. When they make bourbon, they have to use a new barrel for every time they make bourbon. So that just generates a lot of once used bourbon barrels that get sent around the world, sold to other places to age whatever spirits they're aging. So a lot of scotch is aged in ex-bourbon barrels, a lot of rum, tequila, lots of things. Okay, this is 10 more proof, but it does not smell as hot. You don't get as much alcohol on the nose. And you get a nice, nice caramel smell. Oh yeah. This is obviously, this tastes fancier. Okay, it's 10 more proof, but it doesn't taste it. This Rum Bar is a little hot for 80 proof, but this is not hot at all. It has got a very nice sort of vanilla, like a vanilla ice cream flavor. It's very creamy. It's got a sort of nice viscosity to it, which is really nice. Oh man, I love rum. Now these are Jamaican rums, which are known to be sort of funkier rums, but these aren't funky really at all. I have a suspicion that isn't their forte there at Worthy Park. All right, let's try this Hampden. Now this Hampden specifically says that it's aged 8 years in Jamaica, so it calls out on the bottle that it is tropical aging. Now, if you age something in a hot place, it ages a lot faster than if you age it in a cold place. So you can routinely have, you know, 20-year-old Scotch that's been aged in Scotland where it's, you know, very cold most of the time, as opposed to in Jamaica where it's hot, it will evaporate most of your alcohol if you leave it in the bottle too long. So on the back of this it says it's aged for 8 years, which is equivalent to 25 years in Europe. I don't know exactly how they're measuring that, but again, transparency on the bottle. They're telling you lots of things. No sugar added, for example, which is great to know. Okay, Hampden Estate. Okay, it is much funkier already on the nose. Yeah, it's got that, it's so hard to describe, but it's like a tropical fruit, you know, like a coconut or a banana, kind of a rotten banana flavor. What's the proof on this? This is 46%, so this is just slightly higher than the Worthy Park. Yeah, a lot funkier, a lot more of that traditional Jamaican flavor that you're expecting. Oh, it's a lovely aftertaste. It's also, again, not very hot. Man, this is lovely. This Hampden Estate is really something. I bet this would make an excellent, ooh, El Presidente. I can start making El Presidentes again. We'll see about that. This Rum Bar I'm going to start using in cocktails some. It's going to be great. This Worthy Park and this Hampden are both excellent expressions from Jamaica. The Hampden being a lot more funky. If you're into that, I would definitely pick this up. But this Worthy Park is very smooth. It's very easy to drink, and I think I'm going to go ahead and drink some more of it on this rainy afternoon. Oh yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Ooh, hey, I forgot to mention, or I thought of it just now. If you've ever had Smith & Cross, it's a pretty famous Jamaican rum that is popular in cocktails. It's actually distilled at Hampden Estate. It is a much higher proof. It is 57% alcohol. That's 114 proof, so pretty high. It is about $35 where I live as opposed to the 27 of the Rum Bar, so a slightly more expensive option, but it is famously funky because Hampden Estate is funky. Despite being so high proof, it's actually not that hot alcohol-wise. It's got like a real funky aftertaste and sort of a burnt caramel, like a burnt orange kind of taste almost. Obviously, if you've never had Smith & Cross, you should definitely seek it out because it is amazing and an amazing addition to cocktails. You know, a good, not too expensive option when it comes to delicious funky rums. But and I had forgotten to mention that these two bottles, the Worthy Park and the Hampden Estate single estate rums, are about $70 where I live. So that's a pretty expensive rum. Rum tends not to be all that expensive compared to other things. And you know, so $70 for a bottle of rum, it's kind of steep, but that does it. Back to the wrap up. If you like this sort of thing, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below if you'd like to see more of this sort of video. And we'll see you next time.